the Warriors, man, these guys are holding on and they're holding on, boy. They're trying to make that
The string, they're holding on by the
yeah,
string,
the
man.
bottom of that Western Conference is crazy.
Yeah,
We got like in a really tight race. The Suns,
and the Lakers
the
are hot.
Pelicans, the Kings, the
Teams.
Lakers.
Yep, they're.
It's just it's crazy, man. And it's way too tight down low in the ninth and 10th seed between the Warriors and the Lakers. And matter of fact, I think the Lakers, I think
They're
the
playing right
last
now.
time they were the 8th seed, peep this, was December 29th of this season. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Yeah, bro, it's
Holy
crazy.
shit, man. That is fucking crazy. December 29th? They spent
dude,
most of this year at the bottom.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like you're naming the Kings, the Pelicans, Suns, Lakers, Warriors, right?
Yeah.
Those teams, once the offseason hits, no matter where they rank, if they make the playoffs or if they miss, they'll have to answer a lot of questions. The Warriors, especially, since we're talking about the Warriors, it's now it's like, dog, your two of your best players are aging. What's next for Klay Thompson? Andrew Wiggins, kind of his whole fiasco. Now he's played in rhythm. I think he's able to turn around the seasons last time I checked. But there's going to be a lot of questions as to what do we do next, and I think that's going to put a lot of pressure on Mike Dunleavy.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. And Klay Thompson still has the leverage, even though he's been playing a lot better as of recently, but he's nowhere near to what he used to be. But he still has leverage in the marketplace because there's teams that are gonna, kind of give him the money that he wants because they want his shooting.
They want his shooting. I think like, dude, there'll be a lot of teams that I think like they would love to have him kind of help develop the younger players and make them into.
And they're gonna pay him for it too.
Yeah,
and that's the conundrum of the Warriors because with the new CBA, they can't be paying Draymond and Wiggins and Curry and Clay. It's gonna be too hard for them to actually,
they're gonna try to
build
lowball
a
a
proper
2-year
team
deal
around these guys.
Yeah. My bad. They're gonna try to lowball them, to be honest with you. At least a 2-year deal.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna
Probably
work.
not.
That's
But
the
what
part
does
that
Klay
sucks
expect?
for them. It's not gonna work.
I mean, we talked about this, like, I think previous podcasts, and it's always gonna be a fascinating topic. But what does Klay Thompson expect out of the market? Because he's not the same. He's not the same two-way player he was.
Yeah, but it's not. Think about it. The cap is going up this summer, so he hits free agency at the perfect time. That's already a one step that he has ahead of the in the negotiating table. He has a leg up on them with that, and he also has a leg up with other teams, like the Spurs needing maybe shooting. The Orlando Magic, they need shooting.
Yeah.
There's a few other teams that need shooting, and they need a vet player like him to mold some of their younger guys. So they're going to give him. They're gonna give him the Gordon Hayward package, man. He's gonna get it.
The Hornets one.
Oh yeah, the Hornets one, the Gordon Hayward package.
Yeah, because those teams don't attract free agency.
Yeah. It's like the Warriors don't have the leverage to lowball him.
No,
they really
even
don't.
I could see Cleveland maybe make a move for Klay Thompson.
Man, yeah, you know what? Hey, you could be right there too. You could be right there too. And then it's just the bottom of the Western Conference also kind of signifies the changing of the guard. You see the Suns this season, they kind of been like, it kind of been
universal
right.
position.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Lakers are older, the Warriors are older. The Kings, even the Kings been blah, but at least the Kings, they haven't been in the same position as the Lakers, man. The Kings
are in a much fortunate situation since both of their players are reaching their prime.
Mm-hmm.
But we could talk about that later on, as because that's one of the topics I highlighted. So we can talk about that later on.
But I want to go back to this Western Conference, the landscape right before heading into the playoffs, right? We're seeing the Mavericks actually come up. The Clippers are choosing a worse. It couldn't be any more of a worse time, man, for them to be falling down the standings. Like the Mavs, if the Mavs go perfect for the rest of the way, they could end up taking the Clippers spot and just having home court advantage.
Oh shit, man! I should have posted the one moment up of Paul George talking about the James Harden thing. Let me post it up while you talk.
Yeah. I forgot about that too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, it's not too late. But
Yeah, but yeah, like the Western Conference right now, it's real interesting, man, because
it's a dogfight. It's
it's
a
it's it's
dogfight,
truly
and
a dogfight from the
Mhm.
fifth seed all the way to the 10th.
yeah. I mean,
But
dude, even let's be honest. Beside the Denver Nuggets, and you know what? I'll give like the young Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder credit. Like, beside those three teams, every team has shown cracks one way or another.
yeah, true. But I'm telling you, it also signifies the changing of the guard because next season, Ja Morant comes
Yeah.
back, right? The
Yep.
Rockets, they're gonna make moves to get better, and then you have the biggest dundada of them all, Wemby. Wemby and the Spurs. What moves
Wemby.
are they gonna make to come up? So somebody,
Yep.
somebody already in this top 10 has to fall off. A couple of teams have to fall off, and I wouldn't,
No,
it wouldn't shock me if it's the Suns because of injury, if it's the
yeah.
Pelicans because the mismanagement with the way they construct the roster, and it wouldn't
Or
surprise me
even
if it's the
Sacramento if
Sacramento
they don't make
Kings. If the
if the
Sacramento
Sacramento
Kings
doesn't
fall
make
off,
moves.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna fall off of
Yeah.
that. And then the Lakers, they're getting a little too old, man. And the Warriors too. The Warriors in danger of falling off of that shit too.
I mean, the Warriors are all like. I'll say this: I think they're closer to falling off than they are to like being a finals team.
Yeah, I mean the only thing they have is the IQ. The only thing they have is the
IQ,
IQ.
IQ, and you kind of hope like mileage doesn't catch up.
Yeah, because the
Because Steph
system
Curry
they run,
historically,
all that
yeah.
off-ball movement, Curry's not gonna have the energy, man, later on in his
I
career
mean,
to do the same thing, to run off all those
he,
fucking screens.
he doesn't have a LeBron body. Because early on in Steph's career, man, the reason why it took him this long, like what 2015 was like that year where when once he was 100% healthy, he became a superstar, right? But like early on in the season, he had ankle issues, so it's gonna be on and off with him, man. You're asking him to do too much running off ball, having the ball in his hands. It's a much taxing position for him.
Yeah,
Like I think
he's
that's kind
definitely
of.
carrying the team.
I don't know why that's kind of. Warriors fans don't want to talk about it. Basketball fans don't want to talk about it. But those early injuries are gonna catch up, man. Especially with the mileage he has. The what 5 NBA finals he's been to, 5 or 6 NBA. He lost. He won what 4, and yeah, lost 2. So like 6 NBA finals trips. Like his
Yeah,
mileage is
that's
there,
pretty
bro.
taxing.
Paul George always on. Paul George always talked about. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it seems like it's just something that one of the reporters just stated. I don't think they have him quoting the next question.
bro, man.
They just quoted him. I don't think they have like the camera footage of him saying it.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, you got it?
It's like one sentence. Yeah, yeah. Paul George says getting James Harden off his slump is not his job. I'm not the coach. Next question.
Yeah, the Clippers. Whew.
A sentence. Sentence is very telling. I think it's the more. I don't have a problem with the statement, to be honest with you. Not fuck that. I have a problem with the statement, man. I think Paul George probably could have said more encouraging. He should have said much more encouraging things, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
And that statement.
but what if it's from frustration? Because peep this, right? James Harden has had one 20-point scoring game, against the
Yeah.
Nuggets in the past month. That's it.
Yeah.
Just against the Nuggets. And he doesn't really get blamed too much, right? Paul George gets blamed more if the Clippers fuck up. But also at the
Yeah.
same time, right? Everybody's negotiating new deals. What if the Clippers are more down with giving James Harden a deal, but at the same time, Paul George, they're not as down, but they're giving him, he's getting the blunt of the blame. That's where the dynamics here kind of, you never know where Paul George's answer, it might have stemmed from some sort of resentment of that whole situation.
And I'm not gonna act like this guy isn't media trained. Like he knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they all do. It's
But
a
dude,
petty league.
This guy is the NBA player Stephen A. Smith. He's the biggest podcaster in the NBA right now. Like
Mhm.
he knows what he's doing. Like this is it might push Harden to play better. This, that, and the third. They're the same age group. They have respect for each other. Both Hall of Famers. But I think he's putting pressure on everyone. I also think he'll get paid because Steve Ballmer has a new arena.
Yeah, but
He,
people
he
right
wants
now,
Clipper Legends.
but right now, man, the way they're playing, it's bad, man. It's real bad. Like they're
Yeah,
bottom
I mean,
10, They're bottom 10 in defense over their last 10 games, and they're bottom 10 in
Yeah.
offense, man. Like their 3-point shooting is not doing good, and also this team, they shoot kind of weird and tough jump shots.
Their offense is one-on-one too.
Yeah,
That's
it's a lot of
another problem.
one-on-one, and
It's a
that's
one-on-one.
and that's how they got caught up in the bubble going up against Jokic when he came back from
Yeah.
being 3-1 down. And that's what I'm saying. Jokic now is at his apex, and they still don't have a fucking answer what to do with Jokic.
And I also think Russell Westbrook out has. Russell Westbrook did bring that team together. I'm gonna be honest, because he's kind of like, he's from LA. He's their age, former MVP, played with James, played with Paul. So like he was able to bring guys together when he was actively playing.
Mhm.
So I think that also probably like played a part in it. Is there is no vocal guy, because Kawhi isn't a very vocal leadership guy. He kind of plays with example by example.
Correct.
I don't know. From what I've seen, especially with the Clippers, he has a problem of putting accountability on guys. And let's be honest, bro, in San Antonio, he never had to do that. And even in Toronto, bro, he was playing with guys who like had finals or Western Conference finals experience. Like, what is he gonna tell Mark Gasol, Serge Ibaka, Danny Green, Kyle Lowry? What is he gonna tell these guys that they don't already know? Like,
Facts.
these guys clearly didn't need guidance, right?
Yeah, he kind of leads
So-
like KD, where they lead by example of what they do.
Yeah. But those kind of guys, you know what I mean, right? Those kind of guys, they need kind of like those veterans who make that job easier. Like what I imagine in Toronto was you already have a vocal leader in Nick Nurse, right?
Mhm.
But these guys like, Gasol, Serge Ibaka, Lowry, these guys are already respected. So it's like he probably didn't even need to be that vocal to begin with.
Yeah. But they better be careful, man, because right now it's looking like it's more than likely possible right now. It's looking like the first round is going to be Clippers versus the Mavs. And the Mavs right now, I'm not going to lie, the Mavs are clicking. Even though Luka, I still think Luka is averaging too many points to win deep in the playoffs, but the Mavs right now, as of right now, they are clicking, man, because you'll peep this, right? Since March 5th, they were 34-28. That was their record, right? And as of today, they're 47-30, bro. They only lost 2 fucking games. 47-30, bro. They have climbed up the standings. Kyrie's playing a bunch of games. He's played over 20 games in a row.
Yep.
He hasn't done that since he's been in Cleveland. Like, they got the Mavs are killing it, man, because a lot of things kind of worked out for them, right? The Dante Exum. Yeah, but peep this, right? The Dante Exum signing. He's had a comeback like no other.
Yep.
He's on a minimum deal. The Derrick Jones Jr., he's a great fit. Drafting Derek Lively, he's working out great. The Mavs,
PJ Washington.
PJ Washington, that's working
Daniel
out great.
Gafford.
And it's almost like the mistake of them over the years, not working out with KP, getting Grant Williams on that 4-year deal, and
Letting
Seth Curry
Brunson walk.
trading away those guys. They've actually bounced back. They, losing Brunson. It's so many fuck ups from the Mavs while Luka's been there. That now it's almost like things are slowly kind of coming around now.
Yep.
It's coming around for them.
This is a franchise that historically, bro, historically, the Dallas Mavericks have been a mom and pop franchise with Donnie Nelson, being a typical, he's obviously the son of Don Nelson, and Don Nelson has a reputation of getting the most out of like underdogs, right? So I think they had the same approach with the Dallas Mavericks, and they did, and it worked out well for 2011, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, the landscape has changed, bro, and that's when Mark Cuban and these guys, they realized that shit, which is why they're bringing in Hollywood execs like Nico Herring, who was a former Nike head, right? A Nike basketball head. So like he has connections to these guys. So what they're doing now is they realize like, yo, we gotta be like, bam, we can't be comfortable. We can't be like, all right, let's just add dogs, no real second option. They realize that shit.
Yeah, they realize that, but also it's gonna be hard. Like, let's say after Kyrie begins to fall off, or they begin to move off of Kyrie. Let's say in the future, right? Luka's still young.
Yeah.
Are they gonna be willing to find someone that's gonna be, kind of comfortable with Luka just fully running the show, man. I mean, this season, you see his average, that shit is like almost 6 points more per game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, James Harden did that, I believe, in the 2019 season. He went from averaging 30 a game to like 36. But the Rockets end up losing a lot more. And if you look at the history of basketball with Kobe, with Michael Jordan, they stopped averaging the whole 35 points per game once Phil Jackson or a strong-headed coach came through and locked them up. Was like, yo, listen, you have to trust your teammates more. You can't be scoring all these points. Let's simmer this shit down a little bit. I'm going to lock you into a system, and we're going to start winning. And you seen Jordan start winning after 1989. And you seen Kobe, he stopped that whole, like, 35 points per game in 06. And then he started winning with Phil Jackson from 08 on. Like, does Luka need a strong-headed coach? Because I don't think Jason Kidd is it. Jason Kidd is a little bit too hands-off.
Jason Kidd is Doug Collins. Jason Kidd is Doug Collins, but Doug Collins was actually a good coach, if that makes sense. Like, you remember during that time, Doug Collins believed in like the Jordan offense. Is like, Charles Oakley, Bill Cartwright.
Oh, you killing it. That's a great fucking comparison.
Don't touch the basketball. You remember that?
Yes.
That was his old lady's mantra, was don't touch the if you're not Jordan, don't touch the basketball. Where once Phil and Rex came into the scene, you saw an attitude change. It was, all right, Jordan, we're going to bring you competent John Paxson. I mean, John was already on the team, but you're not going to have the ball as much outside of scoring. So the ball will be swinging and Jordan will find his spots. Mid-range jumper, in the post, whatever, right? And that's what you kind of need is like, yo, Luka, we don't need you to be this hands-on with the offense. Go work yourself in the post. He doesn't really play off the screens, but go set screens since you're strong. Like, get something going off the ball and have guys like Kyrie take the pressure off, or maybe even a third scoring option in the future. So that's one thing I think the Mavericks start in the NBA. To be honest with you, bro.
Yeah, the Mavericks, hey, it's working out for them. I'm not gonna lie, especially Derek Lively, man. Drafted him, he fit right in.
He fit right in because he's just a lob guy. He's a lob guy, knows how to run pick and rolls. He's fit right. He's one of the best rookies. But what other point was I gonna highlight?
Oh, the Dante Exum. You gotta bring up Dante. That is comeback of the year, man.
Yeah, 100%. He's earned it, bro. Despite dealing with the injuries, he's coming back. What other I could use a Kawhi Leonard comparison. I think a guy that I think maybe Luka could look at is Kawhi, because Kawhi. You look at Toronto Raptors, San Antonio Spurs. The Clippers has kind of changed his game a little bit, where he's more on the ball.
Is he on the ball? See, that was a problem that they had in the bubble, though. They had no setup, man. But Luka is a better passer than those guys.
He is, but I think like Kawhi.
He's way better. Luka's way better passer than than Kawhi and Paul George. Like, he could make his reads based off of the coverage a lot better than those guys. That's part of the whole Luka package. It's like, yo, he's gonna make the proper reads. If the double team comes a certain way, he's gonna post you up, or he's gonna make he's gonna look off the pass. He does like the Jokic thing where he's looking one way and then he kind of throws the ball and then last second he changes the direction to someone else.
He's gravity. The gravity on him is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But he's gonna have to average less than 36 points per game, man. It's got to be like 30 or below.
I think it's more of an off-ball game, man. I think there are times you could maybe do much more off-ball game, but Luka as an off-ball guy, are you willing to? I don't know.
I don't know either, man, because the defense is already not there. Now off-ball movement, I don't know. Yeah, but if you ever notice, look when you see the highlights of him dribbling nonstop, look at his teammates. They're just standing there. What superstar wants to come through and do that? Same
dichotomy as the Rockets 2018.
Yeah, and it's like Kyrie. Wait, hold on. Kyrie, in a way, the only reason I'm not gonna say the only reason he's there. They're treating him good, is working out. But one of the reasons why he's there is because the Mavericks were willing to take the chance on him. Most other teams were not willing to sign Kyrie with his ups and downs in the past couple of years. And you add on top
Mavericks
of that
don't care about controversy. Mavericks don't care about controversy.
No, but they have no choice. They don't attract any free agents. I don't know why.
No.
but they don't.
I mean, we talked about this before. We talked about this before. We'll never understand it. It's got to be something wrong with Cuban, maybe.
Yo, you know what
Maybe
Cuban
it's
is? Cuban is P
Mhm.
Diddy, man. All up in the
Mhm.
videos. You
Take
remember what
that,
Suge
take
Knight
that.
said? It's all up in
Yeah,
the videos. If you don't want the manager all
dancing,
up in the that's Cuban.
dancing.
He has to be seen.
But dog, the Steve Ballmer does the same shit, and everyone loves Steve Ballmer.
Yeah, but Steve Ballmer, you can see the energy is more like he's fans of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
And
see that.
Microsoft
You
money
can
too.
see that. Like yeah,
And
he's
Microsoft
more
money.
fans of Kawhi and PG.
Yeah,
Mark Cuban is like, oh look at me. Like it's more like look at me. It's,
I
the
made this
energy is,
move.
yeah, it's like I'm the owner.
I
I'm ahead of these
for-
guys. Like look at me.
forget forget
I
owner.
tell
I'm the shot
I'm the one
caller.
that's paying Luca. Like he's like that type of owner.
I'm the one who made that trade. I'm the one who did it.
He's
Yeah.
like the Jerry Jones of the NBA. That's exactly
Well,
who Mark Cuban is.
Microsoft money probably helps it too, bro. You let your owner do retarded shit for Microsoft money. You're like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
As long as I get paid.
But Steve Ballmer acts like a fan though. He acts like a fan.
Oh yeah, he's a fan because he's just sitting in the like he's not really on the team bench. He's kind of like with his business partners or family, you know, just kind of dancing and shit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's the difference.
Yeah, he's
And
sweating. He's sweating.
he's
He got
sweating,
sweat all over his
screaming,
shirt.
hollering.
Yeah, Mark
losing his
Cuban never
voice
looked
right
like
after the
that.
game. Nah, Cuban. You remember the infamous video when Cuban first bought the team when he wanted to fight the players and they told him, "Yo, sit the fuck down."
Yeah, Cuban is high fiving. Like you know when the games are over and guys are hugging it out, high fiving. Cuban is the only owner I've ever seen goes all up in there, has to take the photo with the opposing player. I'm like,
Him
what is
and
all
Drake.
this shit, man?
Him and Drake.
Yeah, it's like, oh, come on,
Yeah.
man. He has to
Like,
be seen.
Like you remember when Drake? You remember that infamous scene when Nick Nurse is like coaching? You see Drake come up and like do the shoulder massage. You're like, man, come on, come on,
Yeah.
Drake, sit your ass down. You don't gotta be this
Yeah,
corny.
These guys love. Yo, I'm telling you, Cuban loves the spotlight. He loves it.
camera. He wants the camera.
But I
Like
think personally, a lot of star players are turned off by that. Yeah, we could go on to the Lakers, man. Why not?
Yeah, our favorite at this point,
Oh,
bro.
shit.
We can't avoid the Lakers, bro. Because last
Hey.
time you said Leo, I'm tired of the Lakers. I see you at it. I'm like, man, bro. Orange cookies can say, yo, I get tired of talking to the Lakers, but you know, if a pen drops, we talk about it. The Lakers and Knicks, bro. Those are like our two teams. If a pen drops, we're like, all right, let's talk about them.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's two teams of drama, two teams of big city
Two teams
drama,
of
man.
bro. They make basketball. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, somewhat. Sometimes, yeah, they do.
all the time. Even when they suck, we're like, oh, the Knicks, haha, they suck, or oh, the Lakers, haha, they suck. Like we just can't keep like the names out their mouth. They're not like they're never gonna be like the Charlotte Hornets, Portland Trailblazers, where
Oh hell no.
out of sight, out of mind. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not. But yeah, LeBron James, man, just his LeBron James game log in the past like few
And he's a
seasons.
beast, bro.
It's
He's a
ridiculous,
beast.
man. This season, 35
And-
minutes a game. Last year, 37 minutes a game. No, not last season. The year before, it was 37 minutes a game. Then last season, it was 35 minutes a game. And this season so far, 21 years in, 35 minutes a game. What the fuck is going on? Is he
Genie
is
busting
he
Rob
really
Pelinka, man.
really on some juice?
Oh,
Seriously.
man, I'm not. No, he's for sure on something, bro. It's not natural.
That is not
But-
natural, man.
That's not natural, especially that age. It's not natural, bro. Like body's not even breaking down, bro. He's running like he's like in his he's 28.
Yeah,
let's be
just
real.
running and dunking like
Yeah,
what the fuck? 37 minutes
Yeah.
a game 2 years ago is
Yeah.
crazy. And then ever since 35 minutes, yo, people saying Tibbs is running Randall and Brunson to the ground. They're averaging 35 minutes a game.
no, Lakers are running. Both of these guys are in the ground. To be honest with you, like Anthony Davis too, but more so LeBron because he's more available.
Yeah, I mean, just wow, man. I don't know. It looks a little suspicious, but let's see what Kevin Garnett, man. He kind of alluded to what the fuck we were
Yeah.
always thinking about this whole kind of LeBron James towards the end of his career.
Yeah, he can get a bucket on
No way.
Brown right
Nope.
now.
Nope.
Yeah, he can get a bucket.
No way. Nope.
Now he can get a bucket on his
Bron
dad right
averaging
now.
25.
No, I didn't say he ain't. I don't care what he's doing, but he ain't sliding, playing at that
Shit.
defensive level.
25. Nah. Lord, 25. You still, Lord, he dunking. He's still dunking the ball with.
I'm saying that Bronny can get a bucket on Bron.
I'm saying he can't. One rollout, get a bucket.
3 dribbles.
No way. I'm talking
he
about.
can get a bucket on.
No.
him. Man, come on, that little dude explosive, bro.
He is, but
got
you seen
Bron.
his dad? His dad on that
Yeah,
balcony.
but
he on that
ain't-
new
he
juice.
ain't
That
sliding like he used to.
Man, bro.
He's on that new juice.
Oh, 100%. I'm gonna do Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. They never played at that level at this stage, bro.
Yo, these guys letting it slide, man. They're saying how they really feel. They're talking like there's no cameras.
Oh, dude. That's why I like those two, man. They keep it 100%.
Yeah, all my years of watching NBA, I've never seen a player just do this, man. I can understand
You
LeBron was
remember-
doing that maybe like 30 minutes a night, but damn,
Yeah.
man, 37 minutes a game 2 years ago is crazy.
The
And-
closest I could think of was Tim Duncan, but even then, Tim Duncan was no longer like the offensive firepower. Back then, it was like Tony Parker kind of became the offensive firepower. You know, the early 2010s,
Mhm.
where the offense just ran through Tony, right? Because the offense was much more fast paced. Tim Duncan became the defensive anchor. And for me, even back then, it was just crazy for us how Tim Duncan has been able to keep his body up. But LeBron being like the focal point of an offense at this age, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy,
It's,
but you know what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna shoot LeBron some bail. What Dwayne Wade talked about, what he was doing in Miami back then,
Yeah.
with the whole nutrition, the whole chamber, the whole like, oh, I work out, I'm drinking this. You know, like the whole investing $2 million every year into your body.
It's paying off.
Yeah, it's either that's paying off because he been doing that since he got into the league. Because I'm pretty sure he already planned all this out, being as calculated as he is.
I mean, dog, LeBron is a guy fresh out of high school. People wanted to work with him. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, some nutrients guy was like, "Yo, LeBron, you're gonna be the greatest thing since slice of bread. You
Mhm.
ride with us with the nutrients. You learn how to, handle your diet. You learn how to keep yourself healthy, workouts. You can ride this till like season 22 or 20 at this point."
Yeah, it's about to be 22 next year, I believe.
Yeah, so it's like he's riding it out, man. He's smart. Not many athletes in general you can say have been able to do this. Tom Brady, you know?
Yeah,
Not-
and he's another
yeah.
person that was into nutrition very heavily.
Yeah. I think LeBron has shown the new era of keeping your body up. Throughout, like, you watch Kevin McHale walk. That dude cannot walk anymore, man.
Yeah, he cannot
Yeah,
walk.
but I remember Kevin McHale used to limp when he used to coach the Rockets.
Yeah, all those
like,
flights, all those games. That shit
Yeah,
adds up.
Larry Bird's back is all messed up. Like, now these guys are, they're made of bricks. Like, these guys, they're unbreakable. They're having longer careers. He's setting a good precedent. Setting up a good precedent. President, I don't know if that's the right term. to use.
Precedence.
Precedence of the future, like how players can take care of themselves once they make it in the league, And I also want to put accountability, and outside of like the praising of LeBron, which he deserves, bro, there's got to be some accountability to front office. I feel like we shit on it every week, but rightfully so. Bro, front office, man, you're having this guy play crazy minutes, coaching, having this guy
Yeah.
play crazy minutes, and you're having both of these guys play crazy minutes. But the thing is, Anthony Davis, he's not a relatively healthy player. So for like any front office to the brain, they bring in a guy who can become a second option at any given night. And once the playoffs roll around, all right, you know your place. You get the ball to Anthony and have LeBron do his thing. But they haven't done that, bro. You're relying on a guy who's injury prone to be your second option. When he's not there, LeBron takes on more of the load. This is all things that should have been questioned since they won the NBA Finals back in 2020. It's a conversation that's 3 years too late, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it doesn't even make any sense. Even Anthony Davis, he averages the same minutes as LeBron right now, but from 2 seasons ago when LeBron averaged 37 minutes a game, Anthony Davis only averaged 34. How does that make any sense?
It doesn't, bro.
AD is in his prime. LeBron is out of it. Like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
but
make
like
any
it
sense.
comes back to comes back to one is injury prone, one isn't, and it also comes back to all right. If he's injured, what's next? And that's the problem with the Lakers, dog. They don't think what's next. How do we adjust? How do we pivot? They, like there's more reactionary moves. Russell Westbrook, reactionary.
Yeah, Trey Young
Um,
rumors now. It's always like the pivot is a star. That's always the pivot.
But how?
But
Like a
but what
pivot-
about roster construction? Proper roster construction. What
It's
fits?
bad. Bro, when you don't have money, you're gonna have to bring in guys like a Cam Reddish. You know, it's just tough. Like Austin Reeves is good, but it's like, come on, man. Like that isn't gonna be your third option, second option, stepping up every given night. He's gonna have nights where he's hot, and he's gonna have nights where he's completely irrelevant. He's a role player. He does his role.
Yeah.
But
But
you gotta
they've
take into
always looked
account
over
this
their
shit,
role
man.
players. Even Austin Reeves, they could have gave him an extension a while back. Now they had to pay him more money. They missed out on Malik Monk. Same thing for Alex
let
Caruso.
Caruso go.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like what the fuck? They keep
Dude,
looking towards stars too much.
It doesn't work, man. That's what it is, bro. You cannot force guys like, all right, we're post Warriors, right? How many teams can you see have worked out since the formation of like bigger stars joining together?
Oh yeah,
Brooklyn?
The Brooklyn Nets.
Come
failed.
on, man. Yeah. Clippers yet to be seen. But
yeah.
even Clippers, I can't call James Harden that same superstar.
Yeah, the Clippers
He's
are not really a big three. Well,
I
it
don't
has
consider
yet to
them a
be
super
seen.
team.
It has yet
Yeah,
to be seen,
but-
and same thing for the Suns.
But even them, it's like same thing with them. It's like, all right, yeah, we're in the trajectory of irrelevancy. It's really Kawhi and Paul George who you can really call a star, like a bona fide star, and James Harden, who's kind of third option guy. Like he's committed to that role.
correct.
But you don't see teams working out like that, bro. And it's kind of annoying how the Lakers are so insistent on an old working style, man. It's, bro, like you're not talking about 2014 Cleveland where Kevin Love is like, yeah, I'm in Minnesota, my career isn't working, and this team's a lottery. Let me play with a 30-year-old LeBron James, D-Wade, LeBron, Bosh. These guys were entering their primes when they teamed up together. Dude, it's not that era anymore. These guys are young. They're looking at possibly other options at this point, bro. Like, let's be honest. If you're Trae Young, would you rather play with Victor Wembanyama or 2 years with LeBron?
Yeah, it's gonna be Victor all the way. But the thing
Well,
is, we all
like,
know the Spurs are not gonna want to pay big money to somebody like Trae Young. He don't fit in with what they do.
No, he doesn't fit in. But that's like I'm giving you examples. Like, would you rather play with Zion or would you rather play with the 2-year more LeBron? Would you rather play with Paulo Ventura or would you rather play with the 2 more year left LeBron? So they're
yeah.
taking account to all this shit,
I
bro.
see your point.
Yeah, like, dude, it's a long-term thing for them. It's like, all right, 2 years down the line, the Lakers are LeBron's done. Anthony Davis is. Let's be honest, Anthony Davis, once LeBron's gone, he's gone. Who knows? Maybe if Chicago is competent enough, he'll go there since it's his hometown team. Maybe he's looking at Dallas. Who the hell knows, really, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Trae Young at that point, you're like, man, what the fuck? LeBron's gone, Anthony's gone. I'm stuck here on a team that's below average. So you take into account, these guys take into account and all that stuff. Now, if you're like DeMar DeRozan, where you don't have much years left, sure, you take that gamble, but then what? How do you beat Denver? You know?
Exactly. Most of these teams
Yeah.
in the West, they're gonna run into that problem. How do we beat Denver? They're really not set up.
How
for
do we
that.
beat Denver, Oklahoma, Minnesota? Like, these guys have years, man. Like, hella years.
Minnesota's
You
the
don't
closest
have
to
years.
figuring it out because they got Rudy.
They
But
got
Oklahoma
Rudy,
City,
yeah.
Jokic is gonna eat that team up, man.
Yeah.
Like from the inside,
Well-
from the inside.
Well, what I mean is, like, bro, Rudy's in his like early 30s. Carl Anthony Towns he's entered his prime, and Anthony he's about to enter too. So they have years on them. The Lakers don't have that luxury for a Trae Young to consider LA.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
Bro, you
Mm.
get high end role players, man. That would have been the most ideal. Mike
but
Conley
now-
would've
but
worked
now-
just fine.
But now here we go into the new summertime CBA, the new draft rules. You know the second round of the NBA draft now is its own day going forward, right?
Yeah, now, dude,
So right now,
now like second round picks are kind of spots now in the roster.
yeah, they're important
Yeah.
now because the new CBA permits the second round picks. You got to pick valuable guys and have them on low end contracts, especially when you have an AD, a LeBron, expensive LeBron on the roster. Same thing for the
Remember back then?
Phoenix Suns. Same thing for the
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets. You need those second round 4-year college players like the Miami Heat have in what's his name, Jaime Jaquez. You need those type of
Yep.
players. You need to draft them,
Remember-
and you need to have them under salary for that low minimum amount
Yep.
to make the
You remember
numbers
back
work.
in the day? Remember back in the day, it used to be like when the team used to be second round, they used to draft some irrelevant player from Italy, and we'll never hear about him after that day.
Yep, it's not happening no more.
It's not happening no more. Now teams are actually giving a shit because like you're finding gems. Forget like second round, you're finding gems in the undrafted route, like Sam Morrow, Duncan Robinson. Those are gems you're finding now. Craig Porter Jr.
Yeah, because now and then the game also got global, so now it's a bigger talent pool across the world.
Yep.
So now, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can the Lakers start actually utilizing, and because they've been doing it before, drafting the second round guys, but can they be smart enough to extend these guys at the proper time?
Dude.
Instead of waiting too long to extend them, and then the following season they play up, their game goes up. Now you got to pay them more because you didn't extend them from before.
Yep.
That happened with Alex Caruso. That happened with Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves soon.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Malik Monk, I believe it might have happened too. Like it's ridiculous.
Let me ask you something though. Do you think the
THT?
Lakers? Mhm. So the Lakers, you could say. I think that what can you say is like the best time for the Lakers drafting? I would say 2010s, right? I think that's like their peak of drafting. I felt like they got the best draft picks. They drafted great. You talk about Julius Randle, and even gems like Larry Nance Jr. was able to have a long career.
Yeah, Kyle
John
Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Clarkson was a second round pick. Josh Hart. Did I say Josh Hart yet?
Yeah, you said Josh Hart already.
Yeah. Ivachu Zubac. You know what I'm getting.
They
at.
definitely
Like,
did
there
have
was a lot
good
of gems
draft.
they found. Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, but
like,
then they
they
let
have
him
a lot
go.
of-
See, that's the mistake right there. They got him and they let him go to Washington, build his value up, and then they got him back. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you gotta stick with it.
Yeah, you gotta believe in your developmental team. Brandon Ingram. How can I forget about Brandon Ingram?
Yeah, but
Lonzo
he
Ball,
was a top
you know?
pick. He was a top pick.
Yeah. I mean, mid-level draft, they did incredibly well, man. They incredibly well. But now I don't know if they can do that anymore. Even this new guy, bro, he got picked before Jaime Jaquez, and you don't really see him on the court. I don't even know. I forgot his name. You know what I'm talking about, right? The new rookie they have.
Oh, I didn't even know, man. I didn't. That team is
see,
just
that's
like
the
it's all
problem,
about
like,
LeBron. I never thought
know how-
that team would have rookies to develop. Like not with LeBron being there.
No, they don't. But they also not drafting anyone noteworthy. Like they're not drafting real basketball players.
Yeah, that's kind
Like you draft Tommy Hawkins Jr., he probably wouldn't have a big splash in LA, but he's an NBA player, man. And if you're Tommy Hawkins Jr., you probably side with relief.
Yeah, he is, but under the right environment, man. Look, he went to Miami.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's probably signed with relief. Like I guarantee, Jaime Hawkins Jr.'s people were like, "All right, I know you want to go LA because you're from UCLA, but deep inside they're like, all right, please, anywhere but LA."
Facts.
So Sacramento, bro. Kevin Herter's gone. Kevin Herter's done for this season. Malik Monk is injured. Your best six man and your shooter, right? Since Sacramento's a good shooting team.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to be harder. I think they make the playoffs. I think they're too talented to miss. They've played basketball the right way. Great culture, great environment.
Hell yeah, they held the ship steady. I should say.
Yep.
While those two guys
I
are
think
out.
McNair, when Vlade fell, McNair has been great. I believe that's his name. McNair, the GM,
Mhm.
great. Mike Brown, I always like Mike Brown. I
Yeah,
think
me
a lot
too.
of
Yo,
people like
give that
to shit
man
on
a
him.
fucking extension. Mike
Yeah.
Brown deserves
I know
it.
people like to shit on him, but like even Cleveland days, dog. Yeah, it was LeBron's show, but Mike Brown was able to get the most out those role players.
Yeah.
You know.
And he's doing the same now.
Yeah, he's getting the most off these role players. So my thing is, all right, you got young role players.
But make
what's next to
moves.
pivot?
But the Kings got to make
Yes,
make moves.
that's
They're
my
too
move.
scared.
That's the point. What's next to pivot? Now you need a small forward because Harrison Barnes, he's a rotation. He's on the decline of his career. You have to make moves that like makes you relevant. And what moves would that be? We have yet to be seen. You need a big man and you need a rotational player. I think I don't know how you can have a big man next to Sabonis, to be honest with you, but like they have too much questions, bro. And this offseason, I think the Sacramento should look to be aggressive. They should be looking to be buyers.
Yeah, let's. I'm about to pull up their
Yeah.
their cap sheet here.
Because
Yeah.
Kevin's gone for the whole season.
Yeah, they lost 2 players for the whole season.
That's gonna hurt. I think Malik's gonna be Malik will miss the play-in.
Damn, they got Harrison Barnes signed until 2026. Oh,
Yeah,
man,
they're
that's
gonna have
come
to
back
get
to
rid of
bite
him,
them
bro.
in the ass.
Yeah, bro, they had to pay him during that time. It was like kind of the Gordon Hayward thing we were talking about earlier. But now you have to pivot, right? Because like back then, Harrison Barnes, he was a mid-tier small forward. He's not that anymore. He's what, 31, 32?
Who? Harrison Barnes? Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 31. They're
So
gonna have
he's
to.
seen like the tail end.
Yeah, they're gonna have to package him with Kevin Herter and a draft pick for something.
Davian Mitchell, one of these guys, they have too many guys,
That kind
but
of the
they need to
same.
be aggressive. Yeah. You know, I think like 1 or 2 years is culture, right? It's culture. We want to have fun. We're Sacramento, beam the light. But now, dog, now
He
you're
said, "Beam
expected
the
to be
light."
legit.
Beam the
now,
light.
now you have to be legit, bro. Like now you have to be like, all right, Denver. Like no more. Yeah, dude, I love Sacramento. We're good again. Nah, screw that. You have the best franchise players since Chris Webber and Sabonis, and you have the second best point guard in my opinion in the West, De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, De'Aaron
let's
Fox.
do
Yeah,
something.
he's improved on his shooting, and yeah, they definitely should
Yeah.
be doing a lot more with this roster. But the Kings kind of remind me of. You ever seen that NBA player that comes in? He's like a rookie. He averaged 18 points per game. Maybe he was drafted
Yeah.
10th overall pick, and then everyone's like, "Oh, look, he averaged 18 the first year," and then the next year goes by, he averages the same 18. And then after that,
comes
he
back down
averages
to earth.
18. Yeah, that was his peak. His peak was the 18
Yeah.
points per game. The Kings, in a way, kind of remind me of that. They're like that
They're
franchise
peaking
that
right
can
now.
make some noise, but then after
Yeah.
a while, it's like, that's it. Like, that's all it
Dude,
ever
what's
was
next?
going to be.
Dude, we're NBA fans. We're like toddlers. All right, this toy is fun, but what's the next toy? Like, let's be real, bro.
And you're exactly right. And I think last
Yeah.
year, last offseason was a proof of the concept you just brought up with the new toy. Like last offseason, they were like, hey, what else is the Kings going to do? And it was crickets. It was like,
Yeah.
they're going to run it back.
And now look, now when we talk about Sacramento, we talk about not Sacramento, my bad. Pelicans. We're talking about what other Western team you could say really rose.
The Pelicans, there's a few of them.
The Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves.
There are new toy. Oklahoma. Those are our new
And then
toys.
Houston was going up and down the standings throughout
Yeah,
the year.
those are our new toys. Those are our new toys. Like, yeah, me and you, we can sit here and talk about the handoff passes, the fast breaks that the
Mhm.
Sacramento creates, and it's fun. But at the end, bro, we know it's not going anywhere, so why bother?
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. I was shocked last offseason when they didn't do anything.
Dog, it was prime. Like salary wise, like outside of Harrison Barnes, you're not committed to. They're gonna have to commit to Malik Monk, by the way. He's a free agent, and I think he'll resign because he'll give Sacramento for sure the space to resign him.
Wow, and they had Malik Monk on the low, $10 million a year.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But Sacramento will be the first one to get a negotiation out of it. So the ball is
Yeah.
on their court.
But here's the problem with the Kings, man. They got way too many chefs in the kitchen at $15 million a year. They got Kevin Herter, Harrison Barnes for the same price. It looks like they're paying Keegan Murray almost 10. They got to make a
He's
fucking
nice.
choice, man. Yeah, he's nice.
He
but
is nice.
what I'm saying is that they have too many. You still got Davion
Mm.
Mitchell. He kind of fell off a little bit, but They kind
Bro,
of
you
got
keep
they got to package something, man. Don't be scared to package something.
look. My vision would be ideally Sabonis and Sabonis. Those three are really your core guys, and those four are really your core guys. But you should be able to like get because Sacramento's not going to make a big splash. Let's be real. They're not getting Paul George to come. They're not going to get like Kyrie to come. Let's be real. But they're going to get high end role players to come. Um, it's inevitable. High end role players they don't really care where they go. They just want to finding a footing, right? They'll be able to do that. So you'll be able to package first round picks and Kevin Herter, Chris Dirte, if the European fella, you'll be able to package them off.
Yeah, they're gonna
Like
need.
the reason why
I,
I'm hesitant to trade away Keegan is because Sacramento's never attracting free agents.
mm. Well, they need to
I don't know if
package
that makes
him
sense.
with Kevin Herter and Harrison Barnes for something. Harrison Barnes' contract is way too fucking long. It is way
It's
too
ridiculous. But dude, you would agree, right? Unless they get a certified thing that makes him top 3, you wouldn't trade Keegan Miller.
long. Nah, but you know what could change this team's fortune?
Keegan Murray.
Yeah, they don't
Uh-huh.
have to trade him. What they need to do is actually land on their draft picks. Land on
They
their
need
draft
what?
picks. Make sure you get valuable guys, maybe on two ways, etc. Who could understand your system, fill in your needs. I think they need to get like a center who could pass the ball. They need to yeah. Not he doesn't really have to be stretched. He could play from like the high post. He could do what Bam does, make the passes, make.
Well, then
the
how does
read.
Sabonis work?
Yeah, but they're gonna need him to also be a shot blocker. Like let's say a guy like Mitchell Robinson. Imagine Mitchell Robinson could pass like Bam, right? But he doesn't
Yeah.
shoot. But he could pass and then he could provide you with some rim protection.
Okay.
Because Sabonis is not
A
protecting
hustle.
the rim. He's not gonna protect the
No,
rim
he's
for
not.
that team.
And that's
Wait, you just cut off. Say that again. You just cut off.
I'm saying they suck at contesting threes. Like your perimeter defense is awful.
Yeah, man. This is tough. They probably need OG from the Knicks. OG
Bro,
would fit in with this team.
I mean, OG would have fit in like a glove, bro.
Yeah.
Like, dude, all right, what about Jeremy Grant? Would you make a move for, I guess, Jeremy Grant?
Woo. Are they gonna be willing to pay that?
Because Jeremy,
they could afford that.
he's getting. Let's be honest, Jeremy hasn't played basketball the past month. I was gonna put that as one of my notes,
Mhm.
but I was like, man, Portland's too irrelevant to put that in your notes. So I just kind of moved on from that. But he's a guy who hasn't really played basketball like that. But he's also shown to be high end.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good point, man. I'm just thinking because the money would work, but the thing is with the Kings, how many trade rumors have we even heard the Kings in? Like let's say when OG was on the
They
Raptors,
don't put themselves out there.
they really don't, because when OG was on the Raptors, they should have been making moves. They're the ones that should, even if they had to toss in Keegan Murray.
Just we need big moves, man. I mean, that's all. West is getting stacked. Sacramento's no longer the fun team, man. That's my take. What's yours?
Oh shit, man. They're moving like a small market franchise, man. Sometimes it's almost like the Orlando Magic when they had Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like they offer Shaq a low ball contract. They just don't have like the gravitas to make big moves. They don't even have the thought process. It's just they're moving inch by inch.
Mom and pop.
Yeah, they're moving like a mom and pop. And we're about to see in these next upcoming years if certain franchises can move off of that, because the way big money is coming in from tech and just all these big conglomerates of owners is coming through, they're spending money like crazy. And to be the San Antonio Spurs with Wemby, to be the Sacramento Kings and not make any moves last off season, that's just not going to really work anymore. So yeah, we'll see how this plays out.